just do me a favor. Yeah. Girl, I know you love me, but you know I can't do it.
Herm warned the NFL about Shedeur Sanders, and also Boog, Shedeur personal assistant, talks Shedeur. And lastly, Shady McCoy, a former NFL player, talks Shedeur Sanders. We getting ready to talk about it right here on Sports Talk with B. Watts. Do me a favor, do me a solid. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification bell. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. And also, if you like to support the broadcast in any kind of way, share this video. Share this video. Hype this video for Sports Talk with B. Watts. Will you do that for me? All right. Let's get this party started on this Friday morning. Let's go. Got it on my mind. Yeah. I'm never confident. You don't want a war with us. NBA young boys. You don't want a war with us. Yeah.
They told me bust down my AP. Perfect time and got them nuggets up on my neck. I stay shining. It's never hot around my jewelry. Change the climate. I went and got that new Maybach. I stay grinding. They told me bust down my AP. Perfect time and got them nuggets up on my neck. I stay shining. It's never hot around my jewelry. Change the climate. I went and got that new Maybach. I stay grinding.
Herm, a former NFL coach and NFL player, and also he was a former head coach of the Arizona State football team. That's a college football team. He was the former head coach there, and he also is a contributor for ESPN. He was on 92.3, The Fan, in Cleveland, talking about Shedeur Sanders. He just told him right up straight, hey, the NFL scouts and general manager and whoever did the process of Shedeur Sanders coming out of college, they really didn't get a chance to get to know this dude. Because they had got a chance to know him, they would understand where he coming from. They didn't want that. They looking at Shedeur through the lens of Coach Brown, Deion Sanders, his father. They trying to judge Shedeur by looking at Coach Brown. I know that's what they did, and they missed on a franchise quarterback. All of those teams that skipped Shedeur that needed a quarterback, it's 32 teams, but it was 7 of them needed a quarterback. They gonna regret every minute of it. They gonna regret every minute of it once this thing play out of Shedeur Sanders' career being a professional quarterback in the NFL. They gonna regret it. Let's listen to Herm, where he's warning the NFL about Shedeur Sanders. Herm.
I've known Shedeur since he's a little kid. I know his dad pretty well. So, because he plays that position, and there's just so much attention to that position, how you address the media, how you address the fan base, when you hear other quarterbacks maybe address them, he's a little bit different. And that can rub some people the wrong way. But I think at the end of the day, what matters is, does it rub the team the wrong way? And obviously it does not. And so whether you like the way he goes about his business when he's talking to the media, that's your problem, not his, because he's not going to change. He's not. He's just not going to change. He is who he is. He's a very confident guy, but he also brings confidence to his football team and to the guys that play with him. And the key to quarterback play is real simple for me. When those 10 guys walk in the huddle and you're the quarterback, do they think that you can win? And I think this team thinks he can win. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
That's ESPN supporter Herm talking about Shedeur Sanders. They just didn't get a chance to get to know this dude as a quarterback, and if they had, they will understand where he coming from. Quit worrying about how he talk, how he dress, how he walk, Worry about what he do between them lines. He just gave you an example of what finna come on last Sunday against Tennessee. Now, you got to also understand, from the moment Shedeur Sanders' name surfaced in the NFL conversation, critics has already formed their narrative about Shedeur Sanders. As up there on the screens, he's not ready. He cannot read an NFL playbook. He does not have the arm talent. He will not start this season. He will sit behind veterans. He will fold under pressure. They buried him on that depth chart that were not meant to define him. But here is the biblical pattern. Every chosen leader is underestimated before they are elevated. Every David is measured by the armor he does not wear. Every Joseph is counted out before he steps into his palace. Every Daniel is doubted until he survived what shall have destroyed him. And even Jesus walked through the wilderness before walking into purpose. Shedeur's journey mirrors the same divine blueprint. He did not rise because the critics supported him. He rose in spite of them. He rose above the projection. He rose above the narrative. He rose above the low expectation placed on him by the people who never studied his preparation. They never studied his preparation. That what summed it up, what Herm was trying to let us know. He told that right there, summed it up right there. They just couldn't understand. They couldn't understand Shedeur Sanders, where he was coming from as a quarterback. See, they used to quarterback carrying themselves in a different way. But hey, get used to it. Get used to it. Shedeur Sanders ain't changing. He ain't changing. Herm what that told you. He ain't changing. Get used to it. Shedeur Sanders is him, and he's a franchise quarterback. W12 in the chat for support. W12 in the chat for support for Shedeur Sanders. What's up? Boog. Also over there on Twitter, my dog. I love to read Boog tweets, man. Here you go. Emmanuel Johnson said, this doesn't add up. Either they did in 3 weeks what they couldn't do with two others quarterback the entire season, or Shedeur has always been this way. Boy, you right. That last summer, he been that way. He been him. Don't get that twisted. Boog, respond. Correct. And they hate that we have good common sense and not buying into their BS narrative they are trying to push down our throat. Mary Kay, Anthony Lehman, all of them folks over there with the Cleveland media want to say, this dude, that head coach, right there on the screen, just because Shedeur stopped by his office 2 times during training camp 4 months ago, and now they want to give Kevin Stefanski the credit. It ain't like Shedeur stopping out by there every morning. He's not. He did it 2 times during preseason. Shedeur said, man, in a press conference, it's about trust. It's about trust. And once I get out there, I got to have a feel for the game. I understand the practice. I understand the film watch. I understand all of that. But hey, once I got out there, he said, once I got out there during that Baltimore Ravens game, how they were blitzing me, Shedeur said, oh, okay, this is what this is all about. And came back the next game in Las Vegas and set the world on fire. Right there. Woo-hoo-hoo. Once I got the feel of the game, oh, this what y'all got now? This what y'all doing? Okay. Went straight out there on the road, away game against the Las Vegas Raiders. and went out there and served them up and ain't looked back. Haven't looked back yet. They had to name the starting quarterback. Who else they gonna run to? Who else they gonna run to? What Beyonce them say? Who I'm gonna run to? Something like that. Who you gonna run to? Who you gonna run to? Girl, you better come on over here and run to me. Hey, Shedeur out there, son, ain't looked back yet. No, son, ain't looked back yet. That's what I like about him. So he got an interesting game coming up this weekend against Caleb Williams, the quarterback of the Chicago Bears. It's a better defense, probably the best team so far this year that the Cleveland Browns gonna face, with Shedeur Sanders starting at quarterback. We already know he's not gonna have the starting offensive lineman. He probably got the second string and some of the third string offensive linemen, but that's okay. One thing about Shedeur, he elevate the players around him. You ain't heard nothing about that offensive line since Shedeur been playing quarterback. You haven't. You ain't heard nothing about them wide receivers. Shedeur making them look good. Shedeur making them look good. But the strange thing about the running game so far, it worse. Ever since Shedeur been in there, they can't run the ball. But before Shedeur got in, Quinshawn Judkins could run the football. But now, some reason they can't run the football. But that's okay. Put that ball in 12 hands. Put that ball in Shedeur's hand. That's what we want. That's what Shedeur want. Put it in his hand, Kevin. Let him throw that ball 45 to 50 times. Give you a better opportunity. And one thing I like, and that I know, Shedeur Sanders give that team confidence. Herm Edwards that said it. When they get in that huddle, they look in Shedeur's eyes and they believe. They believe that Shedeur can do it. They was down 2 touchdowns in the second half. He brought them back. That last drive, 7 plays. They started on their 20. Went 80 yards in 7 plays. Touchdown. Could have tied the score, but we know what happened. Listen to Shady McCoy on Speak Easy talk about Shedeur Sanders and Caleb Williams matchup this weekend. Shady.
I think if he beats Caleb Williams, I think he's better than Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
I mean, we keep forgetting that this kid's only been starting for 2 weeks. He's only had 2 weeks as a full starter. I don't count the first game when he played. He ain't had no reps. He ain't know the game plan, right? For him. That game plan was for Dylan Gabriel. Now he's getting a game plan for himself, the plays he likes. Now his head coach ain't acting like he ain't Shedeur, right? Now he let that swagger go. Listen, if he beats Caleb Williams, another thing we got to talk about, all these NFL GMs. Yeah, them. This is why we need more players in the building. You know why? Because we don't care about how he talks on interviews. We don't care about where jewelry wears. We don't care about how he celebrates. We don't care who his daddy is. We want a dude that can ball and help our franchise win. And if you beat the #1 pick in the 2 years ago draft class, we need to look at every GM in the eye and say, yo, are you suitable for this position? Are you the guy for our franchise? Because all y'all passed him up 5 times. And now y'all want to, listen, I ain't going to get crazy. If he win this game and he look good, I'm going to act crazy, though. Because I've been telling you that Shedeur Sanders is like that. And they didn't like him because how many chains he wore and how he talked.
Look at here, friends. Only thing I'm trying to tell you, Shedeur Sanders is the talk of the hour. He's the man. He's the quarterback of the future for the Cleveland Browns, if they choose to go that route. And if not, he's the future of a franchise in the NFL, quarterback. Shedeur Sanders is him. Dedicated, determined. He want that smoke. He want that smoke. He thrive off competition, especially late in the game. Don't be losing. He want to come back. They call it Brady mode. Whenever you hear him say Brady mode, he going to Brady mode. He going to Brady mode. It's not gonna be no incomplete passes. None of them. He'll take on that rush. He'll take on that defense. He will scramble. He will run the football. Keep that chain moving while that clock is coming down. And he ain't going to be satisfied till his team get in the end zone for that touchdown. When he see that referee say, ooh, You already know it. It's on you now, Kevin. What you want to do? You want to kick the extra point, or you want to try to go for 2? But we know how that story ends. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, only thing I'm trying to tell you, this Sunday, I can't wait for Shedeur Sunday to go up against Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears in 20 below degrees. 20 below. That's the narrative out there. Let's see how he play in this cold weather out here. Yeah, that's what, when you listen to him, listen how they talk. Let's see what they're going to do in this cold weather. Yeah. You better rest up in that cold weather too. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you watching Sports Talk. We'll be watching. You got to do me a favor. Please do me a solid. Hit my like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification bell. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. And if you would like to support this broadcast in any kind of way going forward, hey, you can cash out, you can super chat, or you can just simply join the membership. If you join the membership, I will be highly appreciated. Once again, you watching Sports Talk. We'll be watching. Share this video. Hype this video. I'm grateful. Thank you for watching another episode of Sports Talk. We'll be watching. I come to you by the digital airways of YouTube. Until next time, peace.